The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm Jack to the test!
Let's get over here, Nick.
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session. Hope everybody's having a brilliant start to the week. As always, Bitcoin needs to find balance. Pray with me, crypto brothers and sisters. So we're going to talk about what happens next, all the next 24, 48 hour trading levels, and how Bitcoin can potentially find balance in the coming days and weeks. I've actually laid out a little plan for myself and our WHOP team as well on what I think may happen, okay, drawing myself some fib times and having a look at what can happen. So we're going to have a look at that with you today and have a look at all the key trading levels, not just for the next 12, 24 hours, but moving forward as well as Bitcoin finds balance. And we're going to talk you through how we find that balance, okay? First things first though, do not forget to grab your discounts from the TRDR.io trader console, okay? These guys have got 20% off new plans, or if you're re-signing up for new plans as well, up to 20% off, okay? The most valuable commodity I know is information, okay? What film is that from? Drop in the comments. I'll let you know at the end of the video. Yeah, but just to show you what you are getting from the plan, okay, grab a link from below. Got my links down there as well. Black Friday sale, probably going into next week. Cyber Mondays, all the nerds call it, next week as well, up to 20% off, okay? Let's have a look at the pricing. First and foremost, what you're getting off, okay? So monthly subs, dropping down 20% off, yearly subs, okay? If you were to try and get data on the stock market at these prices, there's no chance, okay? Data, valuable data like we're getting from this console at these prices is ridiculous. To be honest, I'm surprised they're even giving a discount, but here we are, very generous of the lads over at the TRDR team, okay? Stock market data like this is super expensive. You would be paying thousands upon thousands a month, okay, for that data. So yeah, jump in, get yourself some cheap data. Information is king, okay? Also, 20% off the Art of Data Driven Market Analysis course, okay? 20% off, okay? Limited time. What do we have in there? Okay, we've got our full online course, in-depth course, all online. We've got access to the private Discord as well, okay? If anyone needs a little bit of further help, that's what we are here for here, okay? We can go a little bit more in-depth into what you are seeing there, all right, guys? Also, we do have the 1 hour 24-minute video in there as well, okay? So this is key for anyone that doesn't just want to sit there and read, a little bit impatient. You can get the link for the TRDR Academy course video as well, with all the setups that we take, you know, all the kind of trading setups that we take with risk reward and like, okay? So jump in there, grab yourself a discount. I really can't stress that enough, that how cheap this data is and that you need it. Okay, a little bit of a discount ongoing on our WHOP community as well, so building a little WHOP community there as well. So dive in there, grab links from below, okay? Giving the guys our plan for the coming week or so already in here. Drop that one for the team yesterday. Here we go. Dropping it for the team yesterday.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information.
A little hint there.
Wouldn't you agree?
I'm Jack to the test!
I am jacked to the tits. Okay, so Bitcoin Monday update, dropping that for the guys in the WHOP there as well. But yeah, building a nice community in here, dropping some trade setups and stuff in here. We caught a couple of longs yesterday, which were nice in a choppy downtrend market. Always nice to hedge any short positions on the long side as well. E&A longs, I think we had a Teo long as well. Today, looking at Hype and Asta. All right, guys, so a little bit of a discount. That is up until next Monday as well. I'll be taking this off for everyone. But yeah, so how do we find balance in the market? Okay, let's have a look at some key levels moving forward and check out our range trading view. Right then, guys, trading view. Let's have a look at some key levels and how we move forward in this Bitcoin crypto market. Stock market, a little bit of green on the board, isn't there? Nvidia 2% up, Apple 1.6% up, Google 6% up. Jeez, I wish Bitcoin would move 6% up. Okay, let's have a look. As always, top down. Yeah, we need to do this. I'm going to keep it as quick and as precise as possible. But moving forward, as the week starts, you need to know your key levels. Weekly chart, structurally, still a trend, still an uptrend. Yeah. higher low here. Potentially still a higher low if you wick down into the 75k region, and we've got a little bit more confluence in that region as well, okay? But pulling a rough fib time, okay? I'm open to a little bit of a price auction range, okay? What does a range give us in the market? It finds balance, okay, between the sellers and the buyers. One side wins, bulls or bears, then we get the breakout. Please do not trade breakouts. The win rate on breakouts is absolutely dog shit, okay? You should be buying value and you should be selling value at highs, okay? So weekly chart, okay? We've got our weekly opens and closes from last week just up there at that 94k. I'm very sure that that's going to present a little bit of resistance moving forward in the next few days if we can get up there. I think initially you want to be looking around the 91k level, okay? We've obviously wicked down to the 80k. There was a lot of spot bid actually last week on that 80k level. Remains to be seen if that is the low, okay? I'm still up for auction in this area, okay, for the coming 2 weeks, to be honest, okay? My plan is, 2 weeks ahead. As a discretionary dynamic trader, that plan can change, but at the minute, if price auctions this zone bouncing in between, I'm going to be happy with that, okay, because I appreciate that is what can happen. Bigger order block down there at 75k, and the higher time frame weekly trend line as well. Daily chart, let's have a look at the daily chart, okay? So look, absolutely, there's no shaking it. Absolutely shocking sell-off last week, wasn't it? Or the last couple of weeks, really. Really toxic order flow, I would say. Order books getting destroyed. Key level after key level getting broken down. What I would say is that no crying in the casino, because if you were very bullish going back to the summer, no one was crying when we were moving up like this, were they? All right, so look, this is just part and parcel of what we get, okay? But look, fib time pulled on the daily chart again. Bit discretionary if you're pulling fib times, depending on where you pull it from. But again, I've got a few things lining up for the middle of December, okay? Yearly open, this is going to present a little bit of lower time frame resistance, I do believe. 93k, okay? Monthly VWAP coming in at 96k as well. Maybe in the coming days, we get a bigger squeeze and push this range right up, back up to the value area lows and the old resistance here, maybe into 100k, maybe 106k even, and then get a bigger rotation down. Maybe you get a really large range, but until we find the sellers up here, or we find more bid and demand down here, the range is still early, okay? So I am pulling a range on a 4-hour time frame, but the range is still very early, okay? Daily time frame, 75k order block there. Wick space down here at 80k. So not a lot to say on the daily chart. I think the 4-hour chart is looking a little bit more constructive here, as you can see on Bitcoin, okay? So look, here's our 4-hour chart. Absolute toxic order flow. US session guys waking up, just smashing the exit button, hitting sell. Last week we just continued to go down, okay? So what we got here, lower time frame, 4-hour, we've got our trend line here coming in at about 90k, 91k, okay? Monday high, Monday low. This is nice to see, okay? Because this is going to offer some actionable day trades in the next 12, 24 hours, okay? More often than not, when you do start to range is when you can play these levels really nicely. If you are just in an absolute sell-off, same for the other side, inverse as well. If you are just ripping price upwards and we're in a massive bullish trend, okay, some of these key levels do break and you don't revisit them very often. But as we potentially, you can see here, I'm just pulling a 4-hour range. Let me just zoom into that a little bit. As we potentially start to range price now, okay, up to some of these key levels, this is where the trading could potentially get interesting, okay? We've got a Monday low, sweep the lows, let's find some bid, or the Monday highs there, okay? I think one or the other of these is nice and you can play for a day trade up or down, but wait for some of these key levels to hit first, okay? Bid that or sell that, okay? But if we get a squeeze a little bit higher into potentially that 91k region, that's going to be really good. You can wick a little bit higher, but you're going to have to check the order flow on that as well, okay? I believe we've got a CME gap as well, which is just sat under this Monday low. So what can potentially happen today, next 24 hours or so? Come down, yep, fill the gap, traders, okay? You take the Monday low out and then you go and attack those offers up there. I think that'd be really nice, but it's not to say that you can't just rise up, take that Monday high, take that key supply zone there and then rotate down and come and revisit that CME gap at another time, right? How do you monitor that? We need to watch the order flow in the TRDR console. One thing to say is, okay, if we start to rise up here, there is absolutely, if we start to rise up here first, there is absolutely no reason to get excited, okay? And we don't get excited anyway. We are mercenary traders. We will attack whichever side is showing us the best risk reward. But we have got no structure change whatsoever, okay? So very, very lower time frame. You can, yeah, okay, we're moving up. Yeah, this is a 4-hour time frame. Have we got higher highs and higher lows? No, not really. Yeah, maybe in this zone here, but on the, look at the structure. You are still in a strong downtrending move. Okay, you would literally have to put in a higher high. Okay, so you're gonna have to go and attack at least 96. Then you're gonna have to put in a higher low. That is gonna take time, I'm afraid, sir and madam. Okay, so my best foot forward would be and I'm not a wave trader, but I'm just purely price action and order flow trading at horizontal levels. I don't even really give a flying fuck about this trend line here, but you need to range price. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's have a look at the order flow in the TRDR console.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Right then, guys and girls, Trader Console, don't forget to jump in for those discounts. Concentrating on big boy BTC here. So a couple of levels marked on BTC. Obviously, we've got the Monday high and the Monday low there that we have just seen on TradingView. We can all see that 8K level that we have come from. Let me just show you the bid that was back at that 8K level. Okay, mega bids. These crosses on the chart are not anything I've drawn on. All right, these are our alert log overlays, okay? No repainting momentum indicators, no red and green dots from a Super Bull, Super Bear trend, random bullshit indicator, raw, hard data from the console, okay? Alerts log overlay put onto the chart for you there. Let me just go to a full window and I will show you that, okay? So we have our alert system here. We have our alert log overlay. Ooh, interesting. ETH is getting a little bit of bid, and the Europeans are bidding BTC. Nice to see, sir and madam. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's have a quick look at ETH. Yeah, ETH's getting some bid. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Right, so back to big boy BTC. So look, key levels, Monday lows, Monday high. For me personally, in the next 12 hours, or at least entering the US session, I want to see one of these areas auction before the next potential day trade. But from a high time frame point of view, okay, the order book ratios, the order book bid ask has come away from price. That will happen as price moves away. So I often see on Twitter and stuff people saying, oh, look, there's no bid or whatever. Yeah, well, you've got to appreciate where you've come from, okay? You've just come from 1.2 billion, should I say, bid depth on low open interest and prices moving up. Where have you come from and where are you going? Okay, so you don't immediately have to see this depth just continue all the way up and chase price, because we're not in an uptrending market, are we? We can already see that we've had a little bit of supply at the highs yesterday, okay? But a couple of things to appreciate is, let's have a look at what the other exchanges are doing. So Bitstamp have got some bid here, 98 ratio. Coinbase Pro bidding a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm going to bid this in the European session. If you are trading the European session, maybe lower that percentage of capital usage. It's always a low volume session, and more often than not, candles get reversed into the US session anyway. But yeah, BTC, USD on Coinbase, a little bit of bid. Binance Perps is going to be a one to watch, I think. 82k, they're just moving offers up. Nothing above price, so they're not aggressively selling into price. So I think we need to auction price here. I just quickly want to show you the main key levels as well and show you a pattern that I am seeing at the minute, just on a 15-minute basis. What you do have to appreciate sometimes when you're looking at this is, and why I think we can potentially squeeze a little bit higher into this 92k zone in the next couple of days, and it can take that time, okay? Bitcoin can take time. It can take 24, it can take 48 hours, okay? But what are you seeing here, okay? As we've come from this downtrend where offers were chasing price down and the bid was getting destroyed, okay, stair stepping down as I call it, laddering down, stair stepping down, offers chasing price down, offers attacking price. What have we now got for potential lower time frame, very lower time frame? I'm talking 5 minute, that is lower time frame to me. We've got potential structure change in the order flow, okay? Bid, and it's a little bit far away, okay, but bid potentially moving up, okay, to meet price, and what we're seeing here, okay? Offers moving away. So please just appreciate that the potential on the order flow for a little bit of a change, okay? 15-minute time frame. Let's have a look at volume. Okay, so what I was saying to the guys yesterday is we've come from this zone, obviously a very, very nice bid. The open interest was nuked. What I'd be looking for, along with the order flow, if we get a move up into that 91, 92K, watch the volume as well if we hit any potential supply up there, because the volume is a little bit elevated here to push price, just coming off the back of a weekend as well. Okay, if the volume just starts to nuke down, okay, yeah, you're just going to get that secondary rotation down. And don't forget that 4-hour, 1-hour charts, you are still in a downtrend, okay? The only advantage of this move up so far, and why I wouldn't be open to just shorting the market down right here, right now, is open interest is still pretty low, and we do have some negative funding signs in the market, okay? Another thing to be aware of, higher time frame liquidity. Okay, we have got videos on all of this, free section in the academy, or just pop to my YouTube playlist. Okay, liquidity in the market has been very, very low. Okay, so as we've come down, the perpetuals contracts in the order books have just been absolutely wiped out. Spot market sellers, are they done right here, right now? Not sure, we'll have to see. Okay, people have been buying bid, but the liquidity in the market, spot books are low, perps market books are low. Okay, open interest, this is one thing I wanted to show you. Okay, so if you just look at this zone here, might have to go to a daily chart, so that might represent it a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, daily or 4-hour chart. Okay, as we look at this zone here, you see how the open interest was still a little bit elevated as we were moving down. Indicative of, there you go, 4-hour chart. So the open interest is almost a range bound, very indicative of buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Okay, the open interest just kept getting elevated, elevated, elevated. It wasn't until this moved down that we actually got that open interest nuke down into our green zone here. So I'm up for playing longs if we can confirm some bid. Maybe we play those longs, maybe you get the 91K, maybe you get a squeeze even higher to that 96K. That'd be good. You can just see your negative open interest there. LS ratio absolutely nuked in there as well, so just be aware of that. All right, guys. But yeah, moving back, let's just have a look then. Yeah, so plan of action today. Levels marked out. Okay, look at a stack of offers above there. Levels marked out, okay. Best risk reward trade as we start to auction price now. Maybe the US session guys get a little bit toxic again and hit the fire exit button and we just nuke back down. Okay, don't be disappointed if you see that. You know, you are in a downtrend, okay? But plan for today and the coming 12-24 hours is auction one of these, find a bid or find an offer, okay? Let's rise up, let's squeeze a little bit more if we can. If we have to come down, don't forget that the bid has been moving up to meet price a little bit. That could be nice. All right, guys. So look, question, the most valuable information I know is data. I said that wrong, didn't I? The most valuable commodity I know is information. And where do we get that valuable information? We get it from data from the trader TRDR console. Absolutely mincing my words, not had enough espresso yet. Okay, what film is that from? Wall Street, the old Michael Douglas film, Wall Street. All right, guys, don't forget your discounts. Look, I'll do a live session this week. Have got a few things on this week. I'm actively trading. Guys in the WHOP will get to know about those trades first. But yeah, let's have a great week. Join us for a live session. Might do a music, charts and chill live session. Might do a vocal live session if something really, really kicks off in the markets. All right, I think we could be in for a good trading week if we can find balance and range. Ranges can be brilliant to trade, okay? So if you're not familiar with trading ranges, please, please, please get familiar trading ranges. Jump into the TRDR Art of Data Driven Market Analysis course. Get yourself some wealth and education in there. All right, guys, we'll speak soon. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?
And we say bye-bye.